If you want a chance to assist the first responders and to become a part of the West Bloomfield Police Department team, they are currently hiring dispatchers to join their team. So if you're looking to make a difference in the community, this is your chance to join their team. And here to tell us more about the position and about what dispatchers do for the community, we have a dispatcher with the West Bloomfield Police Department, Jen Curran, joining us right now on the Splash Live. Jen, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Really happy to have you with us and really happy to be getting into this topic of conversation. What can you tell us about what dispatchers do for the West Bloomfield Police Department?
So our dispatchers answer both 911 emergency and then our non-emergency lines. We answer phone calls for West Bloomfield, Kego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, and Orchard Lake. We handle all four cities. For our emergency lines, we handle police, fire, and medical. Then we also monitor all the radio traffic for all four cities for the police and fire departments. We keep track of things going on in the township and where everybody's at and what they're doing.
Wow, so this expands well beyond just what the police department does. This expands to everything.
Yes, yeah, we are kind of a control center for the city.
That's certainly a lot of responsibility for someone like you and for someone to take on for the city, and a very, very important job. What are some characteristics that are very important to have if you want to become a dispatcher for West Bloomfield?
The biggest one is really you have to be calm under pressure. When people are calling us, they are experiencing the emergency. They're looking for calm and guidance. You have to be able to think on your feet real fast, come up with some creative solutions sometimes to the things people are calling about, and just really be able to multitask between our different systems and all the different people we have out there serving the community.
Interesting. So definitely a lot to keep an eye on. And what about some of the difficulties that come with a job like this? Because I would imagine in an environment like the police station, things can get very stressful, especially if it is a very, very high emergency.
Yeah, absolutely. So, one of the hardest parts sometimes is just balancing all the different things we have going on. When you have different units and people at different places and they're all handling different kinds of incidents, it can become very confusing and overwhelming about remembering who is where and what they're doing and making sure that they are safe and everybody's accounted for, as well as still continuing to maintain your duties in the center of continuing to answer those incoming phone calls and keep track of the radio traffic that's going on and just making sure everything's handled. Another challenge to this is sometimes listening to those difficult phone calls where people are really going through a traumatic and stressful time, and it weighs on you and it's heavy on your heart, and sometimes you carry it with you, but we just got to remember we're there to help and help them get through it.
For those just joining us, we have Jen Curran from the West Bloomfield Police Department, who's a dispatcher, telling us about her position and what they're looking for from other people who might be interested in joining the police department as dispatchers. And Jen, I want to ask you, what made you want to decide to join the West Bloomfield Police Department as a dispatcher? What made you want to go into this line of work?
So I've always had an interest in public safety, helping people, being involved in the community, and the world of dispatch really let me be involved in that in a way where I could be an active part of it and I could help people that you don't always hear about and people kind of forget is there. And what I had found is that I really, truly love being involved. I love being able to help people over the phone and listen to that relief come over their voice when they know help is on the way, and really just kind of help take care of the community in a way that's kind of behind the scenes.
Interesting. And it's great, everything that you do. And I think you just touched on this just a little bit in what you just said, but talk to me about what about this job is so fulfilling for you and what you really gain from this position?
It really is helping the people, helping the community. You build really strong relationships with people over the years here and through different things that we experience, both good and bad, and just being able to take all that knowledge you gain from one phone call and use it for the next one and help that next person just a little bit better. And really realize that you made a difference and they appreciate what you're doing.
And I would imagine in working with the community and being out at a lot of these community events, seeing a lot of these people firsthand, what have been some of the things that local residents have had to say to you regarding the work that you do and showing their gratitude?
The citizens are always very grateful. We have a few that actually recognize the voices of a couple of our other dispatchers, and they go, "Oh my gosh, I just spoke to you last week and you helped me out. I'm so appreciative. I'm grateful." They ask a lot of questions about the work we do and how it works and how the process goes, and just being able to educate them and let them build on that knowledge is so great when you're able to go out there and meet people.
And that's amazing for making those bonds with the community. And the fact that they recognize you just from your voice says a lot, and says a lot of the great work that you do. And are these a lot of the characteristics that you hope people gain if they join the West Bloomfield Police Department and join the dispatching team?
Oh, absolutely. And we always try to encourage it through our training and the training we send them to and provide. And then just their interactions with the citizens as well. It really builds a lot on your relationships, like I had said, with the people in the community, just those day-to-day interactions.
Awesome. Well, Jen, I really want to thank you so much for your time here on The Splash today. One more question before we let you go. Can you provide a little more information on what the West Bloomfield Police Department is looking for in regards to their dispatchers?
So our dispatchers, you have to be 18 or older. You have to have a high school diploma. We do prefer college, but it's not required. And you really just have to have a willingness to learn, because we will offer you all the training on the job. We send you to any mandatory training, and we really try to just kind of take care of you once you're in the door and get you geared up to be one of our great dispatchers.
All right, you heard it here first. That's what they're looking for, and that is what the West Bloomfield Police Department wants on their team. Jen, thank you so much for your time today here on The Splash.
Thank you. Have a good one.